There's a song you should listen to. It's called Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. It's by Kendrick Lamar off of Good Kid, M.A.A.d City, and it's really two songs in one. The first song, Sing About Me, is about Kendrick Lamar struggling with his past experiences. To put it simply, Kendrick has seen people die. He has left the lifestyle that led to him seeing people die, but now that he's left, the stories that he has of that lifestyle are still with him, and they're always going to be with him. So now the question becomes, how do I have these stories be a part of me and be okay? How do you be okay with it? Sing About Me is unique in that it is media that focuses on the uglier sides of reality. It's not the stories that we like to hear where there's traditionally success. Within Sing About Me, there are 4 characters contained, not including Kendrick Lamar, 5 if we count him. 2 of these characters are already dead by the time this song starts playing. One is a young man named Dave. Dave is gunned down in the street, caught in a drive-by. He bleeds to death in Kendrick's arms. Dave's brother speaks to this, addressing Kendrick and appreciating him for being there for Dave and being like a brother to him and Dave. He also acknowledges that he is on a path of revenge and war against anyone, but especially the people who killed his brother. He acknowledges that people like him don't succeed, but for just a moment, Dave's brother starts to speak about the future. And the moment he says the words, "I hope," he is gunned down, shot. A woman named Keisha is a prostitute, and she is murdered. Kendrick writes a song on this in Section 80. He raps about it, he sings about it, if you will. Keisha's sister is pissed. See, in Keisha's opinion, Kendrick had no right to go out airing all of her sister's business like that after she had died. Unlike Dave, who is very proud of Kendrick for having a dream and supportive, she is not similarly minded. She does not approve of Kendrick's dream. She doesn't think it'll go far. Dave's brother explicitly asks Kendrick to remember him, to sing about him. Keisha's sister does the exact opposite. She does not want to be remembered. She does not want to be sung about. And again, unlike Dave's brother, who is following down his brother's path of gangbanging and crime and seeking revenge and war, and is ashamed of it, Keisha's sister is similarly following her sister's path, but she feels no shame at all. As a matter of fact, she's proud. She's confident that it's going to bring her success. She's a little sad that this is where life has led her. She speaks remorsefully on it, but she's sure that she'll outshine and outlast even Kendrick Lamar's dream of being a rapper. Unlike Dave's brother's verse, who ends because he got shot, Keisha's sister's verse simply ends because, ironically enough, despite the lyric, "I'll never fade away," her voice just fades away from the track. The third verse is Kendrick addressing Dave's brother, acknowledging that he did view them as family, that he loved them both dearly. He also addresses Keisha's sister, apologizing for any disrespect, explaining that that wasn't what he intended. He simply sung about these stories because he believed that they needed to be told. There is no answer from either of them, however. When the lights go out, and it's my time, promise that you will sing about me. This is the chorus that intersperses these moments. It regards death and legacy. It makes you ask, when I die, is anyone gonna sing about me? As a whole, this song speaks on death. Death of people, death of dreams, and it speaks on legacy. Stories being told after you're gone, and whether or not those stories will be appreciated once they're told, whether or not those who loved you will appreciate the telling of those stories. But regardless, the telling of those stories nonetheless, I find it to be impactful simply because it's relatable. It's been stuck in my head for a minute, which is why I wound up doing this whole little video essay thing and sitting in front of a camera. The reason I find it so relatable is because I grew up dirt poor. There were times as a kid that it was rough. And when I say rough, I mean homeless, ward of the state, not knowing where my next meal is going to come from. I have lived in many a trailer park. I've seen a lot of white trash. And I've experienced similarly traumatizing stories of watching someone with all of this potential and life and capacity just become nothing. I've worked hard, I've been honest, I've struggled a long time to get to where I am, and I'm very appreciative of that and grateful that I get to be where I am. And I feel bad that not as many of my peers that I grew up with could have experienced the same. Some of them are dead, some of them are on drugs, some of them are in jail, some of them are parents now, and some of them are doing just fine. But these stories follow me around. They haunt me. I can't get them out of my head. To put it simply, I am dying of thirst. I'm dying of thirst. Excuse the extraordinarily devious name drop I just did a few seconds ago. Is about the moment that Kendrick Lamar knew that he couldn't stay in the lifestyle that he was in. It starts moments after Dave is shot. Dave's brother, furious, in a rage, asking what is to be done. What are we going to do? Him and his friends wandering around their neighborhood. The song's lyrics portray a tired anger. The chorus, I'm tired of running. I'm dying of thirst. Reflect this. You can't run from reality forever. And bearing the hate that comes with seeing a friend die does strange and mostly bad things to the mind. The end skit of the song shows Kendrick and his friends furious after Dave's death, wandering around, about to do something rash. They are interrupted by a local elderly woman and neighbor of theirs who encourages them to instead turn to the Lord and joins them in prayer. Now, I can't imagine that God is a motivator for everyone, but I can imagine that people who have been through deeply traumatic things need something to have alongside them to cope with the horrible things that they've seen. Something that makes it easier to not die of thirst. Something to face alongside the tragedies of this world, and something to make it easier to sing about the horrible things you have seen instead of freaking out and breaking down because of them. So, in short, if some white dude in a Hawaiian shirt didn't convince you to go listen to this song or that it was cool, go listen to this song anyways. It's a good song. It's a cool song. It's been stuck in my head for a few days. I'm sure everyone at the gym I work at is tired of hearing it. Doesn't matter. I'm going to keep playing it. Now, that all being said, a little bit of a tonal shift in terms of videos there. Sorry about that, gang. No, I'm not. I'll do it again. I just wanted to write about this, and I'm keeping with the weekly uploads. So, here it is. Another upload. Another week. That all being said, if you liked this video, you can go ahead and like it. Comment that you liked it. If you disliked this video, you can go ahead and dislike it. Comment that you disliked it. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. It's totally free. Helps me pursue my dreams. You can undo it if you hate my guts later. And if you're already subscribed but would like to do more, you can check out my Patreon, where I am actually, for the first time in my fucking life, posting stuff there. It's pretty cool. Sort of. Kinda. Anyway, all of that out of the way. I've been yapping enough. I want to go to bed. Thank you all so much for watching. It really does mean the world to me, and I appreciate it so much. I'll be seeing you next time, and until then, have a great time. Memento mori, but more importantly, memento vivier.